What's going on, guys? Wanted to talk real quick about, well, there were several fights, several events during the weekend as far as combat sports go, and I wanted to talk. One of the most compelling fights that I saw was the boxing match, welterweight fight between Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford. It was a really good fight. I really enjoyed it. Just two guys. It was they brought it. They were not playing around. They really went for it. I particularly, well, I was impressed by both. To be honest, I particularly loved Sean Porter's style. He's very high pressure, very there's a lot of intensity the way he fights, a lot of power, both technical, both you can see both are master of their craft on the sweet science of boxing and yeah, man, I mean, it was a very action-packed fight, and I'll tell you what, they both impressed me. I was impressed by the way Terence Crawford um, stayed calm during that high pressure that Porter put up. Because Porter didn't let up, from my observation, he didn't let up until about maybe the eighth round. He slowed down a little bit. That takes skills and amazing cardio. The way he held up and put up that pressure on and Crawford and Crawford um, did a very good job of staying calm, of weathering the storm, so to speak. Always thinking, defending himself pretty well. Just a truly very classic boxing match, very action packed, and Porter was there, man. I would say definitely, I would say, had not that Crawford, by the way, he won. He it was he knocked down Porter twice in the tenth round, and yeah, I would say that had he not gotten that uh, that knockdown in the tenth round, I think he would have lost that fight. I honestly, that's what I think. That's my view. I think Porter was doing a very good job of putting up more volumes, throwing more, shooting more, just connecting more, controlling the fight more, controlling the ring, just dictating the pace of that fight. Although Terence was doing a very good job of defending himself, using footwork, working the angles, and landing some of his shots, I think Porter was doing the better job. I did find the commentary a little bit biased towards Porter. Um, yeah, I think Porter was doing well, but the commentary confused me a little bit. I thought they were. It's just if it sounded biased, they really wanted Porter to win. I felt those commentators, were favoring Porter in all the rounds, although he was doing very well, I admit. And I think that because of the volume, because of the pressure, he would have won that fight. But kudos to Crawford. He's a master, man. You could tell he's a very smart fighter, and he has power in the hands, and he knows how to land. He's definitely the more precise striker out of both. He landed better shots when he landed, and he really did a good job. And that combination, he caught Porter at the end in the 10th round. He put him down once, and then the referee allowed Porter to get up, gather his wits a little bit. Uh, Porter came forward, and just Terence had his number at that point. Just managed to land another good combination, and Porter went down again. And Porter's dad, I think his dad is also his corner guy, his trainer. Decided to stop the fight. because he didn't see. I'm guessing he didn't see a good outcome anymore, and that he didn't want to see his kid, his son, get knocked out really bad. And I guess it was a good decision. It was a good decision to stop the fight. I don't think Porter had it anymore at that point. He had slowed down at that point, and Crawford, you could tell he has an amazing cardio because he was still looking good. He was still moving good. He carries power to the late rounds, and man, he's undefeated for a reason. Now I understand the hype on behind him, and I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing some of his upcoming fights. I wonder if he and maybe Canelo will cross path at some point. Could be. It'll be interesting to watch what he does next. I heard that Porter, I read that he's retiring. That's a little bit puzzling to me. I think the guy has a good record, and good champion, defended his title several times, and I think I think boxing needs fighters like him, fighters with that pressure, with fearless, that come forward all the time, and they want to end fights. They want to look good, and they want to end their opponent, and boxing needs more of that, even though we are seeing more of that. But kudos to Crawford for that amazing win, and I love that fight. It was a good night for boxing this weekend. So anyways, thanks for listening to my comments. Give me likes or dislikes, and subscribe to my humble channel. Thanks for listening to me. Peace.